Hello and welcome everybody, and thank you guys for joining me once again. My name is Wilky and I'm back with more Kritika Online PvE, and as mentioned, I'm here with my Valkyrie. This is, I assume, one of the last PvE videos I'm going to be making in closed beta. There's still the vamp that I'll do, but I think afterwards, that's pretty much it as far as PvE content goes. But don't worry, I'll definitely keep you updated once open beta launches. Apparently there's rumors going that there will be a second closed beta test. This is not confirmed though. So there's obviously, like, that's what I read on the forums, but that was not confirmed by either the community manager, Smorcerer, I think is his name. I hope I didn't mispronounce it. Sorry if I did. It was not confirmed by anybody. That's just what a couple of people have been, I guess, saying around and spreading as rumors. So if that's true or not, I guess we have to see at least until this closed beta phase ends, and then we'll see about that. I don't know really. So far the game feels solid. There's definitely things that should be changed, but in general the game does seem to be in a playable state, so that's always a plus. Other than that, as I said, I'll try out the vamp. And yeah, as far as the rest goes, I learned a lot. As I said, I'm currently making guides in regards to the fashions, or like in general the outfits, the Kagerfeld badges. I'll probably have 2 more guides after that. One is sort of a general gearing guide to explain on how the, I guess, increasing your stats in general works. And another one which is probably going to be I guess general tips and tricks, or basic things that are probably helpful for everybody who has never played Kritika Online, which will prevent you from doing certain mistakes that I also did. So these are the plans for now. As far as content after closed beta goes, as I said, I do have a couple videos lined up, so there will be a few videos flowing out even after the closed beta ends. And as I said, if I learn when the open beta is going to be, or if there's a second open beta or a closed beta phase, by then I'll definitely keep you updated. I had another question that somebody posted below one of my videos, and I assume it's a he, so he asked, is everybody who played closed beta able to play open beta? And the answer to that is yes, but I did not I guess quite see the intent of his question. So obviously open beta is open for everybody. I haven't, at least so far in all my open betas I took part in, I have not encountered an open beta that was limited. That does not mean that there's no open betas, or there were no open betas in the past that limited your access. Generally though, open beta usually is open for everybody, so you don't need any special key. You don't need any access, you don't need any founder pack whatsoever. However, he did reply that he thought that founder pack buyers will receive a head start. And yes, that's true. So obviously for those people who did buy any of the founder packs, there will be a head start. So that basically means that the people who did buy the founders pack will be able to play before everybody else is going to be able to play. We don't know how much of a head start that's going to be. Usually most of these games sway between, I guess, 2 and 4 days is a rough estimate of how much earlier these games usually allow you to play. It might be different for Kritika, it might be a whole week. I personally don't think it's going to be a whole week. I assume it's going to be in the range of 2 to 3 days. But as I said, this is just a gut feeling, this is just my random guess. That's really not something that I would bet my ass on. We just have to wait and see. I did actually get a legendary scythe, but you know, I'm not gonna upgrade it. Screw that. I'm just gonna PvE a bit more. And yeah, I haven't really talked about the class itself. I should probably do that, but I'll do that once I finish any of the other thingies. Barbed Wrath. Damn, that looks really good. Holy hell, that one looks really good in Blade Stance, in Chain Stance. So we're gonna take a look at that. So yeah, these are the information we currently have. As I said, there might be people who have more insider information. Right now I'm basically having the same information you guys have by just browsing the forums and checking their Twitter and their website. So there is that. Other than that, I think that's all. As I said, what I will be doing or uploading after the closed beta ends, as I said, there will be other videos that I will be posting regarding Kritika. I still have the Overwatch thingies left to do, at least one more, as I said. Maybe more, that really depends on how good I will fare in the next game. And other than that, as I said, there's gonna be a bunch of videos flying out. If I ran out of content of Kritika Online before the next closed beta or the open beta hits, what am I gonna do? And that's actually... Damn, that skill has a very good effect. That's actually a good question. And personally, I don't exactly know it myself. I do have exams following, or coming up in a bunch of weeks, so naturally I will have to focus a bit more of my time onto studies and work. Other than that, I don't know if there's any game I particularly will record or upload in the meantime. It's probably going to be another break time until my exam is over and things get rolling. I do play a lot of PUBG or PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, if that's any, but I assume a lot of people have heard of that game. I'm not entirely sure how good that will be for YouTube content. The thing is, that game has very different pacing in each round, and it also depends heavily on who's playing. So I think it's a very good game for streamers, but for content creators, like for YouTubers like me, I don't think it's gonna be such a tremendously good game. I might actually try record 1 or 2 games. The thing is, some of these rounds end within a couple seconds, other rounds last for 30 minutes. It really depends on the pace, how good it's going with RNG and things like that. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be uploading any of those gameplay or videos in general. I could potentially upload some more Overwatch, but yeah, I'll see about that as well. So as far as games go, I don't really have anything scheduled. As I said, I do play PlayerUnknown's, I do play Overwatch, I do play Smash 4 with a friend of mine, but generally none of these. Maybe Smash 4 would actually fit my channel a bit more, because it's more of the combat style, but as I said, I'm really not sure about that yet. Other than that, this is all really that I have to say in regards to the yeah, I guess basic stuff revolving my channel and how things will be going, so plans in general. So let's talk a bit more about Kritika Online. As you can see, my Valkyrie is level 35, and this is pretty much how far I'm going to be playing. Damn, that skill actually looks really cool. But yeah, generally this is as much as I will be playing pretty much on my Valkyrie. I still do not know how good the Reaper is going to be playing out. The Vamp. I heard she's actually quite good in PvE, so I'll see about that. Whoops, I whipped that one. Generally saying, Valkyrie actually does not play bad in PvE either. I'm really surprised. Obviously, I do have to say this. Don't look at my playstyle as how Valkyrie should play, because I'm not really, I told you I'm not the type that is into heavy stance switching. So switching between 2 stances or things like that is generally not something I usually do. So at the beginning when I started playing Valkyrie, I was using the chain stance most of the time. And now I'm basically only using the blade stance, like exclusively, for a couple of reasons. First of all, her movement speed and attack speed is faster if she's using blade stance. So she definitely is just more dexterous and more agile when using blade stance rather than chain stance. And once you actually get the hang of her skills, and once she gets a bit more skills than just the basic 3 ones, it doesn't actually feel bad, really. So I'm actually liking her more than I thought I would, but generally saying, I still believe I'm not using her full potential in that regard. So keep what you're seeing with or take it with a grain of salt, really, because I don't think this is how the pro Valkyries play out. Then again, I'm level 35, so I do miss at least 4 or 5 skills, 5 skills and awakening and stuff like that. So yeah, that skill, that looks so good though. She has an interesting mechanic aside from her stance switch. A lot of these characters in Kritika use one form of resource, and Reaper, I keep saying Reaper, damn it. Valkyrie, that's the class's name. Damn, Valkyrie is no different from that. And basically, above my HP bar, you can see this little purple scythe now, which is basically building up, and it takes 10 charges, which you gain them over time, and every time you use one of her skills, you'll gain another charge. And once you're at 10 charges and that thing goes purple, you can use a certain skill, which is that one you just saw, which gives you a buff, is a tremendously good AoE, deals a good amount of damage. And yeah, basically it's just a very, very cool looking and awesome skill. So that's basically another mechanic revolving around Valkyrie, which is not that bad really. It's this called Rakshazi. As you can see there, you can see these 10 charges, and once you're at 10, the scythe goes purple, and then you can use it. Other than that, she deals considerable amount of damage, given the fact that I only have a legendary level, I think 25 or 30 scythe, not too heavily upgraded. So she actually fares very well in PvE, and she has 2 iframe skills so far, so maybe even more depending on the stances. As I said, she is a bit more complex than other classes due to the fact that basically most of her skills do have 2 forms of execution. But as I said, I did very well so far, not switching at all anymore. Basically starting 25 or even 20 really, I never started using chain stance anymore. So I'm probably missing out on some of the fun, because some of these skills look really good. For example, that one. Did you really just cancel it? That skill also looks really cool, not gonna lie. We're gonna use the other skill. Like, some of her skills, as you can see, she is a lot slower in terms of moving when you use blades chain stance, so there's that. That's a very cool looking skill, and that one as well. And that's a heavy impact. But generally, as I said, she feels a lot more fun and impactful for me if I use her in blade stance. So, but that's just really me. As I said, I don't think I'm gonna be playing too much on her unless Vamp is really, really bad. Which, as far as I'm concerned so far, Vamp also seems to be a very, very decent PvE class. Other than that, closed beta is going towards its end, as I said. So there's that. Information we gathered so far is really, really good. And let's just see, I guess, how good or bad the feedback is gonna be, and how much of the changes we will see, hopefully in the near future, that the publisher / developers will do to our version. Because as I said, we definitely should, at least in my opinion, receive the PvP balance patch, because PvP is fun. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still having fun in PvP, but gear does play a role, and how should I say this? A lot of these fights end rather quickly, which is a bit of a shame. And watching the Korean server PvP, it looks vastly different and a lot more engaging. So I think this is actually what a lot more people would be interested in, aside from the fact that it's gonna balance PvP in one way or another. As I said, we still don't exactly know how gear is going to take effect in that game. Alright, this is probably the most annoying boss for a lot of people, because she has the purple armor frame and she's generally not that fun to fight, but oh shoot. I don't think she's gonna be that much. Damn, that's actually a lot of damage that skill does, holy hell. I broke her purple armor quite easily. Oh wait, she broke my ultra state? Ooh. Okay, I actually should get, wait. You know, I don't want to die. Uh-oh. Damn, that iframe saved my ass. As I said, this is probably one of the most annoying bosses a lot of people face on the journey, so... Yeah, but this sums it up really much. As I said, a lot of information regarding the near future and far future. As I said, upcoming games. I do not know if there's gonna be any other content before I lay my hands again on Kritika Online. Because other than that, I don't really play any other MMOs. I just dab around in Black Desert every now and then, but not actively, so I'm not in any state to make any guides or anything whatsoever. I was asked to remake some of my guides, which I do understand because some of the mechanics in Black Desert did change quite drastically. But, well, how should I say this? I don't really play the game at this point anymore. I don't even log in for the daily mileage and stuff like that. So it's not really like I'm doing that much. Other than that, no MMOs for me so far. Master X Master is going to be launching in a couple weeks as well. So I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that game. I had a lot of fun in MXM in closed beta, but that was because we basically got almost everything for free, so there was very little grinding involved, and I could just heavily focus on the MOBA part of the game, which I really liked. So I don't know how good or bad MXM is going to be playing out after launch or in open beta, whatever it's going to be. So that might be potential, I guess, carryover in terms of content. Other than that, it's most likely going to be Kritika. As I said, this is what I had on my radar for a while, and it fills my needs so far, and the player base is good. The developers, or at least the publisher, tries to be very transparent in terms of information. Like, not everything they do, but a lot of the things they try and do actually shows that they do care. It just, we basically have to wait and see just how much they really do care. And if they can keep it up, because, you know, sometimes, like, well, I guess I can make a sort of bad example about Black Desert here at this point. That at the beginning, they were very transparent about things, and there was a lot of communication going on, and things that they were taking into consideration, changes for our versions, and stuff like that. But as time progressed, well, it basically stopped. And not only did it stop, but it basically turned into, at least in some parts of the game, they turned into things what exactly is the opposite of what the player base wanted. So we just have to wait and see, really. As I said, I don't have any prior experience with en masse entertainment, so I do not know if they're a good or a bad publisher, but at least so far, I haven't heard any super backlash or any bad rumors, anybody bad-mouthing it. There did not seem to be any Reddit posts popping up everywhere, YouTubers, streamers boycotting the game because it's pay to win or something like that. So we just have to wait and see. And so far I'm still helpful, and as with most games, I still give them the benefit of doubt, really. We just have to wait and see. It's too early to make a decision on how good or bad the game's going to be playing out, and how important the cash up is going to be, because that's going to be vital, I think. If they allow non-paying players to access pretty much everything they want and need in the game without paying, then I can see this game flourishing quite hard. If there is a mandatory, I guess, breaking point or a wall you hit in the game that basically forces you to spend real money, that's always a negative part for a lot of people. So that's just left to be seen. Other than that, yeah, I just hope everybody is well in the closed beta, at least for the people who did manage to try out the closed beta. I'm sorry I did not get any more keys. That was really unfortunate. Some streamers and some YouTubers did get keys. I unfortunately did not. But there were sites, and if you're still interested, well, at the time you see this video, it's basically over, so there's no point in that. As I said, unfortunately, I did not receive any further keys, so I was not able to hook anybody of you up directly, but I did send the link around to some of these sites. Other than that, as I said, I did have fun. I did have fun in the closed beta, and I learned a lot about the game, so I feel relatively well prepared for open beta / launch, and I'm looking forward to it, really. I'm looking forward to actually farming for endgame stuff right now, because everything in closed beta is gonna get wiped, so I never really felt like that much of a motivation to farm super good gear. And yeah, there's just that. as I said, anyways, thank you guys for sticking around so long. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me, as I said. I'm sure I do not know... Whoops. I do not know everything about the game. Head to town? Huh? Okay, this is weird as hell. Do I have a disconnect? Please tell me I did not see. Whatever. Anyways, thank you guys so far for sticking around. And as always, if there's anything specific you want to know or see, feel free to let me know below in the comments. Other than that, hopefully I catch you guys in any of the future videos, and as always, see ya.